Okay. I am testing out the chat. I haven't used the chat on here in a long time, and I wanted to see what's going on with that. How y'all doing out there? I just did a live channeled message for anyone who's interested about how to spot real love. It's really warm in here. I'm probably just going to be on for a few minutes. But yeah, I have the chat open if anyone wants to communicate. We have the chat open for the first time in a minute. For anyone out there, how y'all doing? I have all the signs in the chat, or in the I have all the signs all the way up to Scorpio. I've done shorts for all of the signs up to Scorpio. You can check that out if you're interested. Shorts seem to be very popular on here. Hi, P. I've had the chat open for the first time in a while. I've had a lot of trolls on here, so I've been laying low. I'm all right. Yeah, just laying low, hiding from the trolls on my YouTube. How are you? How's school? Yeah, I've had the chat closed, but I've done lives. And I've got a lot of other recorded readings. I've got all the shorts for you guys. I'm just sweating here. It's really hot. Oh, you're working. All right. What are you doing now? What's your job? Hello from Brazil. Hi. How y'all doing out there? Looking for better opportunities. You know what? It's tough out there. You know, I work. I have a regular job and I move a lot. So, you know, I do tarot on the side. It's just a little fun thing I do. And I work regular jobs and it's hard. The economy right now is not great. You've been giving, and so it's good. Oh, good for you, Esther. Good for you. Hello, hi guys. I usually don't have the chat open. I have it open because I haven't talked to you guys in a while. So yeah, that's good that you're working part-time. You're waiting to hear decisions regarding your application. Good luck for you. Yes, I am in the United States. I've never been to Brazil. I would love to go to Brazil. I hear a lot of different things about Brazil, but I've never actually been there myself. I would love to. You know, I have another YouTube channel if you guys don't know about it. I don't really post on there much because it's a travel vlog and I haven't been able to afford travel for a long time, but I dream of being able to just backpack around the world. I'm not sure that things are very safe right now to travel, but yeah. Yeah, I do. It's not a very big channel. I post on there very frequently if I travel anywhere. Hello, Kendra. Kendra, calm down. It's called From the Edge. If you want to find it, you have to put in the search From the Edge Skid Row Murals, and that's how. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that, Rosalia. Yeah, I don't really like talking about politics. But I don't think the I don't know about the United States, or I don't know where is safe anymore. It's wild out there. Kendra says, "Do you want to go to Japan?" I would love to go to Japan. I hear it's beautiful. I hear actually Japan is very safe, but I've never been there, so I don't have any personal experiences. Yes, P, things have been weird all over the world, and I honestly don't know what's safe anymore. So, um, yeah, and I don't like talking about politics, but I will say that I what I've been seeing on Instagram about all these plane crashes, all these random plane crashes, has got me really kind of freaked out to fly anywhere. I don't care where it is. I am scared to get on a plane right now. I'm scared. I don't want to be. And the thing about law of attraction, if you guys study law of attraction, you know that whatever you think happens. So I try to psych myself out and not live in fear because I don't want to attract it. But and that's why I don't have social media. I only have Instagram right now. I'm not going to share my Instagram with you guys. It's private, but um, I don't like all this fear mongering. I don't like to be living in fear, but unfortunately, there's a lot to be scared of. Everywhere is dangerous. You know, the only places I've ever been to is Mexico and Europe. I've never been anywhere else. You survived a huge plane crash. Only one person survived. Oh, we had a huge one. Yes, that's what I'm saying. And I don't know if you guys know about this, but I used to live in Los Angeles, and I lived there for like 2 or 3 years. I lived in Los Angeles, 2 years, I think, and I felt unsafe there. But I walked, and this is what I'm telling you about not living in fear, because I was jumped one time where I'm from. So wherever I go, I have a hypervigilance because I was mugged. Someone tried to mug me, and that fear stays with you. It creates this trauma in your body, but you really have to be aware because I lived in Los Angeles. Nothing ever happened to me, but I walked around in fear all the time because of what happened to me when I was mugged. And Los Angeles is I don't know if you guys are keeping up with the news, but Los Angeles is in a state of crisis right now. Well, I'm not going to tell you where I live, Kendra. I live somewhere in the United States. Um, somewhere in the United States. I don't live in California anymore, I'll tell you that. I had to leave because it was really expensive. Seriously, I was mugged. Someone tried to mug me. And this is why you can't ignore your intuition. Because I could sense that this person behind me, I had a gut feeling about this person behind me. And I ignored that intuition, and he tried to rob me. He tried to grab my purse. He put his arm around me like that, and he tried to grab my purse. That's the story of that. He didn't get away with anything, but he did hurt me. I had a small bruise on my face. So you guys got to be aware everywhere you go. So I think there's this juxtaposition where you have to be aware, but not also so hyper vigilant that you're living in fear. Does that make sense? Yes, I have been trying to make things work in California, but unfortunately, it's not a safe place to be right now, and it's very, very unreasonably expensive. I love California. Um, but I just can't afford it right now. It's too expensive. Listen to a song by YouTube called California. I didn't know YouTube had a song called California. Yeah, no, I'm not in California anymore. I'm trying to transition into moving somewhere new. I don't know where yet. And with everything that's happening, I really just kind of am laying low. Seems like everywhere I go, I have, but it's just expensive. Well, unfortunately, you're right. You're right. Everything is expensive. Everything's expensive. Yeah, you can build where you live. I heard someone say something about how they lived in all the coolest cities, but they ended up going back to their hometown because a cool city is just a show. And when you mature, when you get older in age, you kind of want the creature comforts of home. You want to be near your family. You want to be near the people who are going to support you. And I'm in my 40s and I don't like really going to bars anymore. So that's kind of why, like, I don't care about the nightlife anymore because the nightlife, I have seen too much and I know what goes on. It doesn't appeal to me. I want to be comfortable. Even back in my home country, it has gotten so expensive. Oh, what's your home country, P, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Reaction King. I thought you were looking for a new job. I think you should look for a new job. Oh, you live in India. I'd love to go to India someday. Yeah, but I mean, like I said, if I had money, if I had some kind of funder, I'd probably just do my travel vlog and I do tarot. I really prefer to do tarot for people in person. I don't really like doing it like on here. I know for you guys, I've read for all you guys already, but I would travel and just do tarot for people I meet for tips or something like that. That would be fun. That would be a cool travel channel, a little travel vlog like Zeus Angel in London reading live, or like Zeus Angel live in Times Square reading. Would you guys watch that if I did that? I've been trying to do different stuff on here for you guys, but I'm not getting a whole lot of engagement. So I realize I have to pivot. I've got to do something that you guys like to watch. I mean, inside of me is proud. I make him insecure. Oh, you're funny, Reaction King. I'm gonna get some money together for my little job, and I'm gonna go to Times Square, and I'm gonna do a live. I don't think time. I've been to New York. I've been there. I haven't been there in a really, really, really long time, but it smells like urine in Manhattan. Have you guys ever been there? Oh my God. Look, when I lived in Los Angeles, I took public transportation. I took the subway, and there are rats in the subway, and there's all kinds of shenanigans that go on in the subway in Los Angeles. And in New York, it is 1,000 times worse in the subways there. And man, does it smell. Oh my God. It's a lot of fun though. Central Park is a lot of fun. You used to assist him. Oh, you backstab. You got to be careful. Never been, you don't like to travel? Okay, that's cool. I can appreciate that. I love traveling. I live for it and I haven't been able to afford it lately. But I love it. You think public transportation is the best? Yeah, I have some driving anxieties from, I'm not going to tell you why, but let's just say some childhood trauma. I have really bad anxiety when it comes to driving. So I take public transit everywhere I go, and you can really tell how safe a city is when you take public transit. It's going to show you some stuff you're not going to see from a car. Let me tell you that. Public transportation creates stories. Yes, it does. When I was in London, I loved taking they call it, oh what do they call it? They have a different name for it in London. I can't. The tubes. They call it the tubes. In London, they call the subway the tubes. And if you find my travel channel, or the tube, yeah, you'll see I have a little video in the tubes, and there's this guy playing Elvis. I really loved it in London. And I love the transportation, the public transportation there. But the public transportation in most of the US is not very good unless you go to New York, or Chicago has okay public transportation. Los Angeles public transit isn't very good, but it's getting better. They started adding more lines in Los Angeles, but if you live in Los Angeles and you take the red line, I pray for you because it's not safe. But if you take the blue line, it's okay. Yeah, it's all right. But in London, the tubes is I felt safe there. I didn't feel like sketched out. But in Spain, they have pickpockets, and there's signs everywhere for you to not have stuff in your pockets because you know someone can pickpocket you. Uh, I have no idea what you're saying. No idea if that's true or not. All I know is that I love public transportation. I love it. Yeah. Yeah, London has really good public transportation, but the weather there's not good. I mean, it's like overcast and it's like rainy all the time. You're waiting at home for my transfer, get canceled. Well, I'm not doing free readings on here anymore, you guys. I stopped doing that a while ago. Uh, yeah. I think Reaction King, what I can teach you is that your gut is probably right. No, I'm sorry. Sorry, bro. No more free readings. Not doing that anymore. No, I don't. I don't gotta do it. I'm not doing it. You can pay me. Put the rubles in my hand, and then I will read for you. I think that you know. I think you already know. I think you know what I believe is that everybody has their own psychic abilities. You know, the word psychic really just means psyche, which is your mind. And I know everybody thinks that this word psychic is all woo woo and stuff like that. No, it just means your psyche. It means your thoughts, it means your mind. And if you learn how to listen to it, you can use it. You won't need a tarot reader. All you need to do is trust your psychic abilities, your psyche, your mind. Yeah, just chilling in the heat. I psyche that I should get a miracle. Well, you know, aren't you a Pisces and a Cancer? Because Pisces is the psychic of the zodiac. You got, you know, I have Pisces in my sun, and I should know. And then I have the Cancer rising. If you have all that water in your chart, then you have a gift, my friend, and you're not using your gifts. You're not using your psyche. That's all it is. You know, P, I'm really sad to say that nobody watches any of my readings. My channel grew because I was doing free readings. And unfortunately, just like the rest of you, I need to pay bills. So I can't be doing it for free anymore. Yeah, I didn't get paid. Yeah. It's a skill. It's a skill that I have acquired, and I have spent a lot of time, and to the point where I can't afford to do it for free anymore. But if you guys want to pay me, you know how to find me. You live with your parents, and they don't agree with my psyche all the time. One thing I know about parents is that they can stifle your growth with their closed-mindedness. I definitely understand what it's like to have parents who are closed-minded and don't support your growth. have no idea how to do that, P, because the way YouTube works is you have to have 4,000 watch hours to be able to have monetize your YouTube. And I know that you guys don't watch my recorded readings. And that's the only way to get paid live streams on YouTube. So, but I understand what it's like on YouTube because every day there's a new tarot reader. Every day there's a new YouTube tarot reader who's going to lie to you, who's going to tell you what you want to hear. Yeah, because I thought, let's go to the transfer place, but I have to live alone, which my father thinks not a good idea. Well, Reaction King, you have to listen to yourself. You can't listen to everyone around you. You have to learn. You have to learn to listen to yourself. But yes, I will probably continue to do Sunday lives, but I can't do the free readings anymore. I just can't do it. So, but I'm always here to give you advice, although I think advice is actually not good. I honestly think that as an individual, we have to learn to be able to trust the God within us, or the light within us, or whatever wisdom that we've cultivated in our life. We have to be able to learn to trust that. You know, we have to be our own compass. We have to be our own guiding light, because depending on another person is putting all the power into the tarot reader, all the power into the psychic. You're giving them all the power. Oh yeah, P, I have done that before. I've done that. I got really scared because putting my links on here is dangerous. There's a lot of scammers. Zeus, don't you have a board outside your apartment? It is not safe to invite strangers into your house. No, it's not, especially as a female in America. I'm not inviting strangers into my house. I'm not doing that. And the neighborhood I live in is like a lot of closed-minded people who probably think tarot is the devil. The tarot is a card game. That's what it was when I was invented. You said you work freelance and I won't do stuff for free anymore. Yeah, if I continue to do free stuff, nobody will ever pay me, and I'm going to sit here and I'm going to be broke forever. I've got bills to pay, you guys. I live in America. Yeah, I can't advertise on my front door. You know how many haters I'd get? People probably think I'm a witch and send me off wherever. You know, also, and there's so much misinformation out there, you guys, about witchcraft, and I talk about it on here all the time. I think, and this is controversial, but prayers, affirmations, and spells are all the same thing. It's thoughts, it's words, it's energy. Witchcraft isn't anything, okay? All it is mind power. You don't need to go buy all this stuff. It's all mind power. And I recommend you guys, I'm always going to refer you to a book. The Autobiography of a Yogi will explain about the power of source energy or God in your mind and all the power that you have to create your reality. You don't need to do witchy stuff or rituals or any of that stuff. You don't need it. Throw it out the window. Affirmations, prayers, and spells are all the same thing. It's all journaling. Hope to get a reading from you someday, paid one. Oh, thanks, P. Sounds like I also live like people like my father. Yeah, where I am right now, I'm for safety reasons. I know I've said it on other lives, but I'm not going to say it. But there are a lot of closed-minded people where I live, and they don't understand what I do. Tarot was invented in like the 1300s, and it was just a card game, you guys. Tarot is a card game. All the astrology and all the symbolism was added later. Different people added different things to it. There's nothing scary about a deck of cards. And actually, you could do tarot readings with a regular deck of cards. It doesn't have like the major arcana in it. I don't have a website because websites cost money. I don't I don't have enough clients right now to do a website. I have an Etsy, but I haven't put it up. But yeah, so this is a piece of cardboard and people give it way too much power, way too much everything. Doing too many tarot readings can be really bad for you because you have to be able to trust your own discernment. And, like I said before, when you are doing a tarot reading, that tarot reader has so much power. They can plant the seed of doubt. They can plant a seed of hope in your brain. And if, let's say, I do a reading for you and I tell you something's going to happen, something bad, you're going to walk around thinking it's going to happen. And then you can actually create that scenario off of your own fear-based belief system. So you got to be careful. You got to be careful what you watch on the internet. I know when I used to watch tarot readings, I don't really do it anymore. I don't like to do it anymore because, first of all, these people, you got to remember, tarot on YouTube is a performance. These people come on here not out of the kindness of their heart. They're performers. They want money. They'll tell you a story. They want clicks. They want views. You give them way too much power. We have to learn how to make decisions for ourselves. You have a deck. Oh, that's awesome. There's a Carl Jung deck. There is a Carl Jung deck, and I would love to get that. You know that I talk about Carl Jung. I love the way that Carl Jung talks about tarot because he's not some woo-woo witchcraft, I believe in this fairy dust like that. He's a psychologist. He's a very intelligent person. I don't want to be rude, but a lot of tarot readers on here don't have a college education. They're not scholars. Okay, and you guys, who come into my chats, I know some of you guys are really smart and intuitive, and you're probably smarter than some of these tarot readers on here. So, but that's why I love Carl Jung, because he's not some woo-woo uneducated fool trying to sell you a love spell, trying to tell you some lies to get you, to get your money or whatever. What his belief is, the way that tarot works best is not for fortune telling. It's not for, is my ex gonna come back? It's for self-development. It's to act as a mirror for your subconscious. It's to learn wisdom. It's to learn how to be a better person, how to make informed decision from your higher self. That's the best way to utilize tarot. They lie as much as they want to. Yeah, but the sad part, P, is that people believe in it. They believe the lies, and I will be the first to tell you that this twin flame stuff isn't real. And it's kind of dangerous to think that somebody has some magical connection to you, because that's not based in reality. It's going to allow you to ignore all kinds of red flags and stuff. Carl Jung talk about tarot decks. Didn't know that. I would love to hear his thoughts. Yeah, you can actually YouTube his. I haven't listened to his whole book yet because I'm not going to lie to you. It's not an easy read. It's really dense. It's really heavy. It's really dry material. But he has a book on archetypes, and I forget what it's called, but it's like Carl Jung archetypes. He talks about all the different types of tarot archetypes that show up. Yeah. Yeah, heavy. His writing is heavy, but I advise everyone someday what I would like to do is teach people, but as a tarot reader, I have really good intuitive skills, but I still have some esoteric knowledge to gain that I want to add that layer to my readings, to be able to teach people how to read for themselves. Because it's a really beautiful thing to be able to read for yourself, be able to know what is this puzzle, that divinity or my higher self, what is my higher self trying to tell me? Because your higher self is constantly talking to you. And I think it's important to have some kind of belief system. I'm not here to preach to you to tell you what religion or not to believe in, but it's good to believe in something. And to know that you're not alone, and that there's messages that you can get, that you're being steered in the right direction. It feels really good. Oh, that's so funny that you say Mary Bogart, P, because I love Mary Bogart. She passed away in February of 2024, but her reversals are unparalleled. Yeah, I'm still learning her reversals. I like to use I like to use reversals, but I only use her definitions. So, yeah, she died in 2024 February. This is so weird, P. I mean, this isn't weird, but this is like synchronistic because I sometimes think that I know this sounds woo-woo. I sometimes think that she sends me messages because if you go on Mary Bogart's channel and you look in the comments, you'll probably see my comment to everybody that she passed away in February 2024. And yesterday I went to a Zoom reading because sometimes I do that, and I had someone read for me, and the Five of Wands came out. And today, somebody liked a comment that I made on Mary Bogart's channel under the Five of Wands card. So sometimes I think that she sends me these messages from like the afterlife, but her story is really, really sad. So Nolly, I don't do free questions on here anymore. So yeah, Mary Bogart is amazing. Her interpretations are the best. She was basically my mentor, and I found out a few months ago that she passed away, and I was so sad. I was crying, stuff like that, because the way she died was sad. And I saw on Facebook her landlord told everyone that she had passed away. So what had happened was that she was alone in her apartment, and I think she had been something that was wrong with her for a while, but she was found in her bed. So it was a really sad story, and she was basically my mentor. So I love Mary Bogart. She was one of a kind. She was the real deal. She wasn't a scammer. She wasn't a faker. She wasn't a performer. She was a real psychic medium. And absolutely watch all of her videos because she knows what she's talking about. And it's eerie. It's eerie. She lived alone. Yes, she lived alone. Nobody deserved, absolutely not. And then her dog passed away because she was alone. Who knows how long she was in there. I tried doing a reading on her passing, and it wasn't clear, but I feel like what happened was that, this is going to sound really weird, but I feel like her soul, her spirit was ready to go before her body was, and it was like a slow decline of her cognition. Sometimes people just pass away in their sleep, and nobody knows about it. The weird thing is that Mary Bogart's website was down, and I think the fact that she maybe wasn't working the same way led to her downfall. I don't know. I'm speculating now, but it's like she didn't really have any family. They didn't do an autopsy. Nobody knows how she died, really. It's sad. It's suspicious. And she was my mentor. She's amazing. Go watch Mary Bogart. Go watch all of her. If you want to know the tarot, if you want to learn the tarot, watch every single one of her videos, especially the reversals, because they are creepy accurate. Oh, yeah, yeah. It's sad. Yeah, it's sad. I kind of got obsessed for a minute, and I had to stop because I didn't, like it was really unhealthy for me, but I was so worried that I went looking for anything. I went looking for obituaries and stuff, and I couldn't find anything until I found her landlord, and I had exchanged with her landlord messages with her landlord. I don't have my Facebook account anymore. I seriously deleted my Facebook today because I don't like Facebook. But I was interacting with him on Facebook. Like, what happened to her? Is she, they don't know. Sad. It's really sad. But yeah, go watch all of her videos. I still watch them. And sometimes I think like, man, I need to go and I need to meet more people because I don't want to end up like that. Because I used to live alone, and I have cats, and I can only imagine, like, it's just like a lonely way to go. I never talked to her personally. No, I didn't have a relationship with her or anything. I just watched her YouTube videos, and I think if you want to be really, really, really good at tarot, I think you should always be learning, because there's always a different way to interpret the cards. There's always another way to look at it. And she actually read Carl Jung's book too. So, like, she was so knowledgeable about it that it blows my mind. Like, wow, she was the real deal. I wish that she was still around, because I would so go to Tennessee. I would so go to Nashville, to get a reading from Mary Bogart, because she's the real deal. She's just it. Like, I aspire to be like her, but I don't know if I have as much knowledge as her. I try to be. Yeah, and like studying Carl Jung and studying the Kabbalah and studying the Thoth Tarot and studying numerology, all of those different things for tarot, like, that helps you be a well-rounded tarot reader. But at the end of the day, you still have to have a really good sense of reading people, because some of it is like with her, with Mary Bogart, she was a psychic medium. So she didn't always need the tarot. She could just read your personality, and she could just read you, which is amazing. Yeah, I wish she was still around. She's amazing. Miss Mary Bogart. See, now I know synchronicities are real, because, like I said before, I was thinking, oh my gosh, I feel like sometimes I think that she's like sending me a message or something, like trying to help me or something like that, which sounds really woo-woo and stuff like that. Like, I don't like woo-woo stuff, but I do believe spirit and the soul and the spirit, and, like, I believe all that for sure. So, Mary Bogart, if you're listening, rest in peace. You're awesome. We miss you. I got my tarot deck. Let's see, what would Mary Bogart say if she were here? What would Mary Bogart say? If you guys know who Mary Bogart is, if you don't, go check out her YouTube channel. Oh, 10 of Wands reverse. Okay, she would say 10 of Wands reverse. Wow, all right. Let's get another card. I don't know if anyone's still in the chat, because it says 0, but we're going to do it anyway. Ah! King of Cups. She would say 10 of Wands reverse, King of Cups, Ace of Cups. This seems like a personal message to me. This is kind of saying 10 of Wands in reverse. I almost feel like, why is the 10 of Wands reverse here? Page of Cups reverse. I feel like she's saying that there's going to be a change happening here to be more nurturing. Yeah. Are you still there, P? I think P's gone. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up, but I don't know, YouTube is blocking some messages here. You guys, I have strict mode on in the comments. So, but yeah, I feel like Mary Bogart, if she was here, she would say that there is a change, a positive change coming, if you're watching. King of Cups and the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Try and be more loving and kind. Loving kindness. Loving kindness. You are a kind and loving person. You offer love. Sometimes, like, you feel like you're doing it alone. Page of Pentacles in reverse to me would be potentially feeling like you don't have enough resources here. Interesting. Hi. So, yeah, okay. I think if you guys are just popping in, I'm reading for Mary Bogart, psychic medium, who is not with us. And anyways, Ten of Wands in reverse, Page of Pentacles in reverse, feeling the stress of it, feeling a lack of resources, but being a very kind and loving individual, offering love and support. Hi guys, let's see what she would say with the Oracle card. So, in other words, the way through it is to continue being your kind, loving, and true self. Third eye chakra. It is safe for you to see the energy of love in all forms, such as angels, auras, and visions. Oh my God, this is literally what I'm saying. This is literally what I'm saying that she's saying. To not live in fear and to embrace love, to know love. Because I feel like a lot of us out here in tarot land and YouTube tarot land are kind and loving, and sometimes that can be taken advantage of. But just remember that it is safe for you to see the energy of love in all its forms, such as angels, auras, and visions. So continue to have that nature, to continue to practice kindness and continue to see love in all forms is like the highest vibration of love. And even if you're like struggling financially, even if you're struggling feeling like you're alone, you're not alone. Love vibrates at the highest frequency there is. Love attracts love. All of us are angels in our own way. Angels are just humans with the higher frequency, with the higher vibration. I fully believe in spirit guides. I fully believe in it. And we have butterflies on here. You guys could see butterflies. If you see a butterfly, that's confirmation that your angels, your guides are with you right now. Amazing. All right, you guys, I'm getting really warm. I'm probably going to get out of here. But yeah, I think I feel like you're not in the chat anymore. But we were talking about Mary Bogart, psychic medium. Go check out her channel, you guys. If you don't know tarot, go check out Mary Bogart's channel. She's the real deal. Okay, I'll pull one more oracle card, and then I'm going to get out of here. Oh, wow. So, visualize success. For you guys out there, if you're feeling lost, or if you're feeling like you're doing it alone, you're never alone. Your angels are always out there. Love, you have to have love in your heart and everything that you do. If you want to do well in life, you simply have to visualize it. See yourself doing well in this situation and have faith in a positive outcome. Always try and live in the shadow of love, to have love in your heart. Visualize success. Okay, you guys. I'm really warm right now, so I'm going to get out of here. I hope that this reading elevated your consciousness in some type of way, shape, or form. And check out all of my readings. I have all the shorts. I have almost 900 videos on here. If you guys are lonely, if you guys are bored, you can look at all of my content. You can say hi to me in the comments. It really helps me. I thank you guys so much for coming out here. I'll see you guys at the next live. Have a blessed day. Bye.